also since
yeah, I was speaking to them.
Jackson.
Thank you. Man, the 1.5 million is plenty.
Not bad. Good morning and welcome to the media. Good morning and welcome to the media.
Yeah, thank you.
Now we just listened to the ruling in favor of your client, Mr. Abraham Kromah. So tell us exactly how do you feel about this ruling? Total exception of
everything we asked for, we didn't get. But a better 1.5 million plus 100,000, I think is sufficient.
Now the public listening will want to know the onset of this entire case.
They ravished my land, vilified the good character of my client. He came to me and we filed a complaint with the court. The court sent out a writ of summons and designated a bailiff to go and serve the writ of summons. They came to the point of even attacking her, insulted her and said that the court will honor their feet. So what we did was that we simply followed the case, we followed the procedure. Well, the judge said that we did not prove special damages even though he lost series of contracts, but they awarded 1.5 million United States dollars plus 100,000. That is sufficient.
And I did hear the judge talk about that amount serving as a deterrent to others.
Yeah, that 100,000, he called it the exemplary damages. He said it will serve as a deterrent that people go on the radio and just ravish Malan people, character, vilify them in so many ways. But the 1.5 million is general damages. It's okay for the psychological injury that he has suffered, the trauma, harassment, humiliation, public jeering. People looking at him and say, oh, there's a man here. That is great. So we send a strong message. This man is a very good man. He's a friend for 44 years, classmate, many years ago. So we have to always defend them.
Now you being the lawyer, we've listened to you. Can we hear from your client?
I hear from my client. Let me show your own.
Mr. Kromah, welcome to Spoon TV.
Welcome to LDEA. Thank you. So tell us, how do you feel about today's ruling?
Well, I'm also I'm again elated and happy. I'm a person of law. I've always opted for the rule of law, and for people to go and malign people and go with impunity, to even wanted to attack a court officer, I thought it has no place in our jurisprudence. I thought this case should serve as a precedent to so many other folks that are out there just going about saying things about people that they cannot prove.
Now that you have tested law and you won the case today, and earlier you have worked with them before, so after this case, do you think you will still extend olive branch to them despite the ruling?
I don't know about olive branch, but you guys are now being charged and found being a judge for act like this. I don't think I can actually vouch for them in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah, Mr. Kromah, welcome to Spoon TV.
Thank you very much.
So, fellas, the problem would say probably because they were both working at the same entity and got dismissed, and at the same suspended and dismissed at the same time. And this is the reason for which he pursued this lawsuit against them. How can we reconcile this entire process that you went through?
To be honest with you, the LDEA had not much to do with this process. What we went through here, apparently most of these situations, most of the maligning and libelous and slanderous comments were made when I was no longer director of police. Director of the DEA. So they used my public figure and persona as a backdrop, which the judge has the right to do. But what about dismissal, what about reprimand we got from His Excellency has nothing to do with it, because I've always subjected myself to the whims and caprices of the power that be. So we will hold no grudge for what transpired, but the state doesn't give anybody the right to malign my character. Because I work hard for it, man. I've spent almost 35 years of my life in public life, except as a police officer, not just a detective, a field agent. Went to as far as Deputy Director of Police for Operations and Deputy Inspector General of Police. And so public life has been where I found myself, except as Deputy Commissioner of Maritime as well. And also, at one point in time, during the interim period, I served as Chief of Staff of the AFL. I represented this country at all levels. To come here to be maligned by a group of two guys who basically have no appreciation of what we did in public life without looking at willfully, conscientiously, went ahead and then carry on these kind of libel act. I thought it was something that needed this kind of reprimand. And I'm happy, even though I needed additional money for damages we incur as a result of the lawsuit. But
this was a whole long trial, Mr. Kromah. What were the justifications for all the libels and slander that were carried on?
What was exemplified out there was that the guys basically created their own set of rules. Like they would say, let me say my truth. To say a truth about somebody's reputation is something that we shouldn't be taking in this country. If you want to say a truth that would be factual, that would be acceptable in law, in the presence of the law. But you can't say a truth to malign and defend somebody's character.
Now, Mr. Kromah,
I thought it was bad.
Now, Mr. Kromah, the defense lawyers took an exception to the judge's ruling, meaning whatever that was said today has been a whole. And so, what message do you have for others out there?
Well, I think he said they should have the option to file something because the guy was just a proxy lawyer. So you should have the option to do it. It would depend on Mr. Fadiga's representation to actually file the appeal. They think they're above the law. So we'll use this particular situation and follow up on the merit until we are told that there's an appeal filed about it. But this is just putting the judge under the merit that they want to have the option to do it. You can get an option. That's by law. You have the right to file appeal when you have a judgment of this kind.
So what message are you sending out there to people?
Well, I want this to go as a caveat, as something for our people that do not go about. When people work hard for their reputation, it's something that you work for. You sacrifice yourself. You don't want to be a corrupt public official. You want to work within the confines of the law. You take time to do that. You don't want to do things outside the law. To do all of that and come and have two guys walking around to just malign people because they don't agree with you, it doesn't make sense to me. I think that should go forward to all of our people.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Hey. Yeah. Baby. Come. What's up?